guys? This is Eric Norris from the SLC Punkcast, and welcome to another episode of Live and Wired. And we got a pretty decently sized episode for you this week. We got let's see, I know I have at least one show to talk about. Actually, no, I got two. I've got two because I went to one last night. We'll be talking about that in a minute, but yeah, let's just get right into Tales from the Pit. So yeah, we had another birthday show over at the, what was it? The Poser Palace, my venue. Forgetting the name to my own venue. And it was a birthday party for our friends Coke and Chloe, two of the skinheads, part of the SCS crew. And it was a great show. I mean, our sound guy was gone, so I had to take over the sound. It was kind of a pain in the ass trying to get everything set up, but you know, that's just kind of the shit that you have to deal with when operating a venue. Anyway, but it was awesome because it was a birthday show, but it also doubled as a Punks and Punchline show. So my friend Hunter put it together, and we had a few comedians, and they were all hilarious. And in between we had the bands playing their sets. There was Bruce Lee and the Street Fighters. That was they had a great fucking sound and just a great stage performance, stage presence, whatever you want to call it. And their music just sounded great. It sounded like old school psych rock, and they just fucking killed it. I really had a good time watching them. And then there was Gag Nancy, and these guys were off the chain. And it was a good thing because their singer, he was driving all the way down from Heber, so we were kind of behind schedule because he was running a bit late, so we started 15 minutes later than we wanted them to go on. But hey, they played, and they kicked ass. And another band that really kicked ass was the Ulteriors. I was so stoked to have the Ulteriors play. They are one of my favorite local punk bands, and this was the first time they played at the Poser Palace, and it was great. They put on a great set. Ike just looks as manic as ever when he's on stage. Otherwise, he's just a very calm individual. And then finally we had Fancy Lads. And Fancy Lads, God, that's some great ska music that they are putting up, and I remember the guitarist, his amp gave out in the middle of their set. Thankfully, my Marshall was still up up behind him. And I said, it's okay, you can plug into that one, you can change the settings. I'm not married to where those knobs are placed, so just do what you gotta do. Just finish out your set, it'll work. And he did, and they managed to finish out their set. Well, we had to cut it off a bit early because it was getting close to 11 p.m. And we were like, let's cut it. So yeah, it was a great show. It was a lot of fun. There was some drama going around. I'd rather not get into some of it, but some of them, at least pertaining to me, were lady troubles. There's this girl that I'm now seeing, officially. We're boyfriend and girlfriend. It's really nice. And we weren't official yet. We went out on a date the night prior, and this lady who had been smitten with me for the last 4 months basically got her heart broken when she saw that I was there with her. But hey, you waited too long. And she's trying to pin it on me and everything like that, saying, well, fuck, you and I really had a strong connection. We had all those deep conversations. I go, what deep conversations? I don't even know your last name. Okay. Yeah, not to name names or anything. There's some stupid situations, but yeah, whatever. That's kind of how it goes. So yeah, aside from some of those hang-ups, it was a great show. And yeah, I had a great time. I tried fucking with the sound, but yeah, it's kind of how it goes. Anyway, the next show that I went to, and this is why I'm broadcasting from afar, giving you the recordings. I'm not there in person, because last night. I had to hightail it to get to a show last night. And I'm being a bit redundant here, but yeah. And I couldn't stick around to record myself giving you what you're hearing now. As I had to get down to the Utah State Fair Park for the Kilby Block Party to see Devo and New Order. So it was kind of necessary. And my now girlfriend, I took her along with me because she had never seen Devo, and that is one of her all-time favorite bands. So yeah, I had to dip out, get my ass down to her, and then we had to Uber to the fair park, and we missed like the first 3 or 4 songs of their set, but hey, we were at least there. We got to hear the songs like Whip It and Are We Not Men and Mongoloid and yeah, just some of their just plenty of their other classic songs. The Girl That You Want, yeah, that was a good one. So it was awesome. It was a huge crowd too. Like, I mean, come on, it's Devo. They should be attracting a huge crowd. And they're up there with their little yellow jumpsuits and the red hats and the microphones. The body of the mic, like the shaft, was yellow, and the head of the mic was red. I love that. And then, of course, all the video counterparts that are going on, all those weird abstract images, all space-like and everything, because, yeah, we know Devo is from space. It was such a great show. Devo put on an amazing show. I really hope to see them again and move a little closer, be a little bit closer. I mean, I saw them up at Park City Live a couple years ago, and I was pretty damn close. It's a small venue, and that was a fun time too. I told you about it once. So yeah, and then we saw New Order, and we were really far back for New Order, and yeah, New Order came out, and they were doing some of their material and some classic Joy Division songs. Like they came out and played the Radio song, Radio Like Transmission. Yeah, one of my favorite Joy Division songs. And they were playing cuts from Unknown Pleasure, and they went off and got encored, and then of course they come back out and play the why can't I remember it? The love song. Their most famous, Joy Division's probably most famous song. Let me see something here. Joy Division. Love Will Tear Us Apart. Jesus Christ. Love will tear us apart. Love will tear us apart. Yeah. So I was excited to hear some of that old Joy Division material. But hey, next week I'll be watching Peter Hook do the entire Unknown Pleasures album. Oh, baby, I am excited. I am so excited. Punk Rock Bowling is going to be a beast this year. I'm seeing some bands that I absolutely fucking adore. And yeah, it's going to be a party. It's going to be a party, but more on that later. Anyway, there's a few shows that we got to cover here. On May 17th, there is Brandon's birthday show / benefit show for Tiberius. I've been plugging this for a couple weeks now. It's a benefit show. If you haven't heard, it's a benefit show to help with Tiberius to pay his medical bills. He's been in and out of the hospital for the last year getting his shoulder worked on, and it sucks. It really sucks to have to go with that. To have to deal with that, having your arm in a sling, and especially your dominant arm. He's right-handed, so it's yeah, it just sucks what he had to go through, and it sucks that he's gonna have to pay all these fucking bills. But hey, at least he's got friends to back him up. So anyway, I'm excited for that one. And so yeah, the bands be playing Bloodstar, Sacrilegion, Acid Hologram, and Rationalist. That's a stellar lineup. Gonna be at Aces High. It's gonna be $20, and it'll start at 8 p.m. Then on the 18th, there is a tribute to Jimmy Germ with Maimed for Life, Dre's Method, All Systems Fail, and Ulteriors. That too is going to be at Aces High. It's at 8 p.m. Don't have a price on that one. Let me check that really quick because, I can do this. I could do this. When did I say it was? The 18th. There we go. No, there's no price on the website either. So I guess it's a free show. I guess it's free. So, yeah, all the more reason to show up. Then on the 21st, Portal to the Goddamn Blood Dimension is coming back to Salt Lake as part of their tour. I will be discussing their tour a little later. And yeah, they'll be playing with Last, Nadezhda, and Hangxiety. That'll be at the Beehive, $10 to go in, and starts at 7 p.m. Then on the 22nd, Elephant Rifle, Gatheist, and Gracemaker will be hitting Aces High, and that'll be $15. It will be starting at 7 p.m. And on the 24th, we have another birthday show at the Poser Palace. This is for my friend and also my roommate, and also part of the Poser Palace staff. It's going to be her birthday, and we have Cleo Adia. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I can barely fucking read the name, but it doesn't matter. We also have Debasers, Del Lago, which is her boyfriend's band, and Just for the Record. So we'll be seeing how that shit goes because, well, I'm not going to be in town. I will be in Punk Rock Bowling. Yeah, another show that I'll be missing. Anyway, that's $10, but if you bring some booze, then it's also $5. Again, at Poser Palace, and that's going to be starting somewhat around 6 p.m., thereabouts. Yeah, that's going to be a fun time, I'm sure. And then on the 24th, the Mormons are coming to Salt Lake. Yeah, because we need more. We need more Mormons. Yeah, that'll be a fun show. I won't be there because I'll be in Punk Rock Bowling, but such is life. So yeah, the Mormons will be playing with DTA, Don't Trust Anybody, Cudney, and Cargo Cult. That's going to be a fun one. Be at Aces High Saloon, $15, and it starts at 8 p.m. Then on the 25th, we got a couple of shows to hit here. First one is One Step Closer, playing with Bleed and Football Head. Going to be at Kilby Court. That'll be, they'll be asking $30 at the door for that one, thereabouts, and then it'll be starting at 6 p.m. And then at Oliver, we have this little show, The Clue, Gripe, The Idiots, Gonk, and Baghead. Pretty stacked lineup with all these little loud, noisy bands. And it's going to be starting at 6 p.m., $10 to enter. Then on the 27th, the day I get back from Punk Rock Bowling, I'm going straight to the motherfucking depot to see Bouncing Souls, H2O, Adolescents, and the Jackknives. My God, what a hell of a lineup. What a hell of a lineup. That's going to be an awesome show. Don't know the price. I'm pretty sure it's hefty, but it's probably somewhere between $40 to $50. Yeah, because, I mean, it's a Live Nation venue. What do you expect, fuckers? And yeah, I'll be starting around 6 p.m. And then on the 28th, Undisassembled will be playing in Salt Lake with Still Fighting God, Day Crash, and 6 Foot Gap at the Pearl on Main, just a little hole-in-the-wall bar. It's a fun fucking venue. I really enjoy it. And that'll be $15 if you buy in advance, $20 at the door, starts at 7 p.m. Then on the 29th, Napalm Death and the Melvins and Dark Sky Burial are coming to Salt Lake. I've seen Napalm Death and the Melvins before on the same bill. Played at Urban Lounge way back in, God, I want to say it was 2016. And they were just awesome. They are awesome. They're both awesome bands. They're great to see live. I recommend it. And then on the 30th, Filth Lords, Tact, Hangxiety, and Mola Ram will be playing at Aces High Saloon. It's a rock and roll beat 'em up festival, as you can tell by this flyer. That's like the fighting bots. The ones where their heads pop up. I love that. Anyway, starts at 8 p.m. is $15. Then on the 31st, the metalcore giants Bleeding Through are returning to Salt Lake. First time in, I don't even know how long. Definitely before I started listening to them, I would say. Yeah, they'll be playing with Crow Killer, Pushing Up Daisies, and Forever War. That's a fucking great show. That's a great lineup. I'm excited for it. I really want to check that out. Anyway, that'll be at the Church and State. That's $25 in advance, $35 at the door, starts at 7 p.m. And finally, to finish out the month on the 31st, we have Bitch Fest 3 with Angel Fury, Concilium, Molotovin, Shere Khan, and Manleash. That will be at the Aces High Saloon. $25 in advance, $30 at the door, starts at 6 p.m. So, guys, a lot of shows coming up at the end of this month. May was a pretty loaded month, and so was April for that matter. It's it's crazy how many shows are going on, and I've had to miss a few, much to my dismay. But hey, that's just kind of how it goes. So it goes. So yeah, there's a lot of shows that are coming up, and hopefully you can make it to a few of them. And guys, I just hope you have a good time and that you stay safe out there. Maybe I'll see some of you at Punk Rock Bowling, and yeah, next week we will definitely be. We'll be prepping for that. That's going to be an awesome time. A lot of bands that I want to see. And, and they just announced the pool parties. The pool parties look like they're going to be fun. So, but more on that in the next couple of weeks. But, so yeah, that's all for me. Until then, once again, I am Eric. This has been Live and Wired. Oh, wait a minute. I still have some tours to bring up. There's, my friends in... Yeah, there's Portal to the Goddamn Blood Dimension, and also Deathblow is going on another tour, but all the way out in the Northwest. So, here we go. It's the Deathblow and Stressfest co-headlining tour. They will be in multiple areas. They'll be, first off, on the 30th, they'll be playing at the Shredder in Boise, Idaho. That's going to be with Bussy Riot and Grimmage. And that'll be starting at 7 p.m., $15. And then on the 31st, they will be at Salt Lake City at Oliver Rock. I have to get the information for that one. Well, you'll see it on the flyer. I will find the flyer. And then on the 6th, they will be playing in Eugene. They don't have a venue yet to be announced. At least I don't think so. No, it does not. Oh, no. Here it is. Yeah. With a... Yeah, here we go, at John Henry's with Appalachian Cascade, and let's see, Flossless. I think that's a band down there. And John Henry's, well, that's the name of the venue. So I don't know what Flossless is, but hey, it's a show. It is the show. And then on the 7th, they'll be in Seattle with Voldery. And then Smearing, and that'll be at the Belltown Yacht Club. It's 21 plus. It's going to be starting at 8 p.m., $12 advance, $15 the day of the show. And then they will be in Portland at the High Water Mark. And I don't have the information for that on hand, but you will be seeing on this flyer if I can find it. If I find it, then you're looking at it right now. Anyway. So yeah, onwards to Portal to the Goddamn Blood Dimension. They will be... Here we are. They will be playing in various different venues. First off, I mentioned that on the 21st, they'll be here in Salt Lake at Beehive Social Club. Then in Boise, they will be at the... where is it? Here we are. They will be at... Rollin' Rex on the, this is the 22nd. They will be playing with Throws and Mutilated Circuitry, and that'll be $10, and it starts at 7 p.m. And then they will be moving on to Moscow, Idaho, playing at the Punk Pal House at Mickey's Euros on the 23rd. Then on the 24th, they'll be at the Big Dipper in Spokane, Washington. Then they'll be, on the 25th, they'll be at the Woodland Theater in Seattle. Then on the 26th, High Water Mark at Portland, Oregon. And then on the 27th, they will be at Frogleg in Roseburg, Oregon. And then on the 28th, they'll be at Rockeferry in Medford, Oregon. So they spend a lot of time in Oregon. And be spending just about the same amount of time in California. Where on the 29th, they'll be playing at the Naked Lounge in Chico. And then on the 30th, they'll be playing in Fresno. I guess the venue is yet to be announced. And then on the 30th, they'll be playing at 924 Gilman Street in Berkeley. Fucking awesome. Awesome. I'm glad that they're playing there. And then on the 1st of June, going into June, they'll be playing at Corrigan's Lost Highway in Reno, Nevada. And as for that Seattle show, I do have the flyer here. They will be playing with Geist and the Sacred Ensemble, Githyanki, and Foxglove. That'll be at the Woodland Theater, like I said. It's $10. It's a donation base, but they suggest that you pay $10. Starts at 6 p.m. And also another band that is on tour is the Idiots. Oh, you idiots. That'll be starting in at the end of May, going right into June. So it'll be they'll be starting on the 30th at Portland. They'll be playing in Shit World with Wasted Strike, Backslash, Final Trash, and Social Ills. That's a $7 show, and it'll be starting around 7 p.m. Then on the 31st, they'll be in Olympia. They'll be playing with Decrepit, and they will be playing with Inferior Disposition, and they will be playing with Cruster High. Oh, and, man, what does that say? Decipo? Maybe? Whatever, I'll say it's, I'll say it's something like that, or Posido. That's a really weird font. Anyway, starting at 7 p.m., it's $15 to enter. And then finally on the 1st, they will be playing in Seattle at the Lucky Liquor. They will be playing with Undisassembled, Gov, and Caps Lock. That's going to be $15, be starting at 8 p.m. And yeah, get your asses down there. The Idiots, they're one of our own. Treat them well. Okay, that's everything that I got. Finally, everything that I got for Live and Wired and Tales from the Pit. Now, yeah, I'll see you guys next week. I'll be regaling you with more tales, hopefully in person this time. You'll be able to see my silly, ugly mug. I'm just kidding. It's a pretty face. So yeah, guys, until next week, I'm Eric from Live and Wired, and now it's up to Dustin to finish out the show.
Thank you, Eric. And now we go around the world in no particular order. Our pals in direct action. I've been mentioning this for the past couple weeks. Those first two shows have happened, but next weekend they will be in Spain at The Darkness and then at Tenu Federica Montseny. So check them out on the 23rd and 24th in Spain. Today, the 16th, this is a little bit later in the day than I usually like to get this out, but I still want to mention some of these shows, even if by the time you see this, they will have happened. The flyers are cool nonetheless. Hostile City Oi Council's presenting Wildlife, who's dropping their album. Doc Rotten, Lil Bambinos, and Pink Soap in Philly. Shows at 8, $15 in advance, but if you just haven't got your tickets yet, it's going to be $20 now. Next up, I guess let's move to the West Coast. We'll have a few West Coast shows in here for sure. This is in Cupertino, California at X Bar. You can see Last Ditch Effort, American Standard, Face Kicker, Hemmed Up, and Rail Rage. This is on May 17th at 7 p.m. $10, all ages with a 21 and older bar. So get there. This weekend on the 18th, you can go see in downtown LA at the Terragram Ballroom. That's Sunday. You can go see Youth Brigade, Pistol Grip, Knuckleheads, and Badass getting ready for Punk Rock Bowling next weekend. Then we'll bounce back to the East Coast in the States for this is at Cherry Street Station in Wallingford, Connecticut. Doors are at 4, first band's at 4:30. The show's on Sunday the 18th. So not quite a matinee, but definitely early because there's so many killer bands that it's only $13 in advance. So if you're seeing this before the day of the show, pay your $13. Otherwise, it's $18. Still worth it. 21 and older show. You get to see Shape for Battle, The Stress, The Abductors, Grem, The Welch Boys. So good. Next up, on the 17th, that would be tomorrow, so the day before this show, in Lowell, Massachusetts at Thirsty First Tavern. A couple of those bands, Shape for Battle, Welch Boys, Bad Terms, DHS, all playing. First band starts at 8:30, and it's 21 and older, $15 for that show. On May 17th, that's tomorrow, Mike McColgan and the Bomb Squad are performing the Do or Die in its entirety in Reading, Pennsylvania. They're getting ready to do that again next weekend at Punk Rock Bowling, and I'll see that for the second time. I saw it in Houston. Doors are at 1. Matinees, love the matinees. It's an all-ages show matinee. Go to reverbconcerts.com and get your tickets. Then on May 25th, next weekend, while I'm at Punk Rock Bowling, I'm going to mention that a bunch because that's next week. I'll show the flyer as I wrap it up, too. Conservative Military Image, they'll be playing with The Hard Side, Inner Self, Born Savage, Open World. That will be at the Paper Tiger in San Antonio, Texas. An all-ages show that get there around, doors are probably at 7. I don't know if the bands will start at 7, but it's usually within an hour. On May 16th, that's now. This show's probably already happened by the time I'm doing this, or some of the bands might still be playing, but Unrivaled, Wilder, City Riot are all at Monkey's Music Club in Hamburg. Then on the 17th in Apeldoorn, you'll get to see Razorblade, and that's an exclusive show there for Razorblade, as you can see. Also with City Riot, Malade, Unrivaled, Wilder, and Out of Order from Montreal. And then on the 18th, Out of Order with Wilder, Unrivaled as well. And that show is in Anvang, I assume. No, Tilburg, sorry. That one's in Tilburg. There we go. Sorry, got that wrong. But in Tilburg, go check out those bands. Haywire, they're in the midst of this Shirts vs. Skins USA tour. So many bands, so many stops. They've only done a handful of stops so far. They're still on about halfway down that first column. Tonight, Evansville, Indiana, they've got coming up for the weekend. Lexington, Kentucky, Knoxville, Tennessee, Huntsville, Alabama, Nashville, Tennessee, Asheville, North Carolina, Greensboro, North Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina. They'll be in Savannah, Georgia on the 27th, Jacksonville on the 28th, 29th in Orlando, Pompano Beach, Florida on the 30th, and 31st is Tampa. And that's just the first column. They've got so many more to come. Go to Haywire617 on Instagram, and you can check out more details on that yourself. While at Punk Rock Bowling, they have the Punk Rock Hoedown. This is at Hogs and Heifers. This was just released recently. If your club shows are sold out, well, they don't pre-sell tickets to this. You just show up, pay your $10 donation each night, and it all goes to Punk Rock Saves Lives. This is directly across from the hotel I'll be at, so if you go there, let me know. Let's meet up. I'm probably going to bring some of those Trashed Again records. They just arrived yesterday, and I'll probably bring a few if I meet anybody out there that is looking for a Trashed Again record. This, again, Hogs and Heifers. You can see on this flyer, May 22nd, Thursday, there is the lineup. I would love to see the Slights. I don't know the other bands, but some cool stuff nonetheless. On Friday the 23rd, Middle Aged Queers, Gas Station Boner Pills, just played them recently. Kids on Fire, I believe they're from Seattle. Sedera, War Fever, and All Waffle Trick. Then on the 24th, Saturday, Buck09, who's got a new album coming out on Cleopatra Records. They'll be with Half Past Two, Ultra Bomb, The Write-Ups, Dryer Fire, and Amy Gabba and the Almost Famous. And finally, Sunday, they don't do the Monday show, but on Sunday, Punk Rock Bass Players, D.I., Cigar, Chaser, Fourth in Line, and Lie Heavy. If you want to go do the Punk Rock Hoedown. Then this one here is in California. Where is this one? Oh, there it is, top left corner. This is in Oceanside. This will be on Saturday the 24th. Oside Fest 3 with Sancho Villa, Atomic Leghound, the OSS, Fonzarelli's, nice, Fonzarelli's, Gentricide, and the Hill Street Stranglers. Oh, Corporate Citizen as well. That's a pretty stacked lineup. So make sure you go check that one out. Looks like it starts at 5. Cockney Rejects, they will be performing on the 17th. That's tomorrow at Solaris in Marietta, California. Stacked lineup here, too. All ages show. That's 5 p.m. I'm sure doors open at 5. But No Consent, Knuckleheads, Broken Cuffs, Big Attitude, Still Pissed. All those bands coming. Loaded lineup. And we'll end with a couple shows from our pals in Lazy Class. They will be playing in Warsaw on the 16th. That's probably happened already, but the flyer's really cool nonetheless. They played with the Falaki, Bulbulators, and Starsey. I don't know, some of those bands I'm definitely going to need to check out. And then the other flyer for the 17th, and that show on the 17th is in Krakow. They'll be at Club Baza with Glass and NOC. So make sure you go check out our pals in Lazy Class. I'm going to throw up the flyer now for Punk Rock Bowling. I hope to see you there. I'll be at some club shows. I'll be there with Punk Chris. Eric's going to be there. I look forward to seeing all my friends I see on a regular basis and all the new ones that I get to see for the first time that we will probably then see afterwards. So looking forward to seeing all of you. Hopefully you got some cool stuff. I'll be doing some features on Punkanoi Worldwide this weekend and right before the weekend, next weekend on the club shows and such. For Punk Rock Bowling stuff, I'm excited to see. So I will catch you on the next one. We will try to get these out before we both head down to Punk Rock Bowling next week. We'll see you then.